After the timeout, UTRGV facing a 2nd and 25. Ball at their own 40-yard line, trailing 24-0, 7:49 remaining second quarter. Marburger sends a receiver in motion, swings a pass out. Diaz makes a catch. He's quickly tackled, lost a yard on the play.
Absolutely nowhere for Diaz to go after he catches the ball. Number 12, Jalen Mayo, meets him right at the line of scrimmage with a hard tackle by the junior out of Hampton, Virginia.
So it brings up third down. To get a first down, they have to take it to Stephen F. Austin's 34. Marburger will take a snap standing near his 35. Drops back to throw. Has time, delivers the ball downfield. He's overthrown and intercepted by the Lumberjacks at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Diaz never even reacts to the ball. Diaz, I don't think, was expecting the ball to be thrown at that moment. Essentially what they do, Stephen F. Austin, on all those big third and past 15 yards, they put three safeties back about a yard behind the line of, or behind the first down marker. And so they have everything in front of them. Those guys have their eyes on Marburger, just waiting for him to throw the ball, and he reacts and makes the interception. But because it was a long throw, that's essentially as good as a punt.
It did move the ball across into Lumberjack territory. Last drive they started at their 4. This time they'll start at their own 32. Second interception of the game by this Lumberjack team. Vidlak hands it off. They'll run it right side. Reese on the carry. Check that. That's Jenkins on the carry.
And by the Vaqueros defense, that was number 23, Jaden Haygood, who makes the edge, so he had to cut back in, forcing him into the rest of the defense, but they still get 5 yards on that play.
2nd and 5. Vidlak to throw. Pressure coming. He's hit and sacked inside the 25.
And that is Nathan Huerta. He essentially escapes his block. They were going deep on that play, so he needed time to develop the play, and right in front of him, Nathan Huerta goes free, makes the sack for a negative 5-yard play on that one.
They'll mark it down at the contact, not where he hit the ground. So the ball at the 27. Stephen F. Austin on third down. Vidlak swings a pass. It's caught. Receiver makes a move, gets down the sideline, turns that into a first down. Looked like that was well contained, but another big play as Mortimer this time on the catch.
Yeah, essentially that was a screen play designed for him to catch it and go into the middle. It ends up getting well defended. All the players for the Vaqueros come in on the inside, but that left the outside. He goes and just makes a play with his speed going up to the outside.
5:53 to go in the second quarter. Vidlak on a play action. Swings a pass, left side. It's caught by Davis. He's wrapped up and taken down after about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Hudgens comes up, makes the tackle, almost was able to escape him, but number 14, Davis, is not able to escape. Hudgens makes the tackle, but not, again, essentially you're giving up those 5-yard plays over and over. It's a bit of a bend but don't break. That RPO action is forcing those short plays to be open.
Vidlak has connected to 8 different receivers on 9 targets. Second down play here, he'll hand it off, and they'll run it with Jenkins. He gets stacked up as he got close to the first down yardage. You look back, the one guy that dropped the pass that was a target had it right in his breadbasket for Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, essentially that's the only time they've really made a mistake on the night. They'll give him the first down on that last running play. It was designed to go a little farther to the right. The defense for the Vaqueros aggressively attacks the point of attack where the hole is supposed to be, but it left a hole on the backside. So he cuts it up and gets the first down there.
First down for the Lumberjacks at the Vaquero 46-yard line. Vidlak to throw. Right side receiver screen. Catches, got a block, got dropped, but he ends up gaining 3 or 4.
I think gets about 3 yards there as number 4 for the Vaqueros defense. Elijah Graham gets to him to make the tackle. a lot of the action that they've been getting are these little short hitch plays, little screen type of passes for them. I'd like to see them challenge and at least try to force something deep.
Derek Bowler on the catch. Now a running play for the Lumberjacks, and they'll take it down to the 40-yard line of UTRGV. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Another carry this time by Jenkins.
And then his extra effort there gets him an extra 2 yards after the play. It was supposed to be about a 1-yard gain, turns into a 3 with extra effort. Big 3rd down for the Vaqueros. Again, they are down 24-0, so they really need to make a stop to give their offense a chance. There's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
And we're in the first half. 3rd and 4 for Vidlac. Waits for the snap, takes it. Going to throw. Right side, complete it. 1st down and more. Down the sidelines, out of bounds at the Vaquero 30.
Yeah, again, with all of these fakes that they do a lot of fake handoffs. The linebackers come forward and it leaves all this gap, this space. And so the secondary is giving them some space, and they're getting an easy 3-4 yards minimum on all these short little pass plays. And thank you for the correction on that, me saying the end of the game, end of the first half.
Yeah, that was another catch by Davis for this Lumberjack team. 4 receivers set here for Vidlac from the Vaquero 32-yard line. Vidlac hands it off, running play up the middle, positive yardage inside the 25, down to the Vaquero 24. That's a 9-yard gain.
And he just follows the left side of that offensive line, left tackle, left guard, center, just to make a hole on that left side, push the entire pile forward.
Jenkins stays in the game after an 8-yard gain. He now has 8 carries for 20 yards. Wembley on the sidelines has 11 carries for 87 yards here in the first half. And the Lumberjacks are going to let it run to the 2-minute warning. 24-0 is the score. Vaqueros trail. This is UTRGV football on Vaquero Sports Network.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
El fentanilo te mata, te engancha desde la primera vez y ocasiona la muerte. Una familia que se apoya y escucha está unida y te da vida. Aléjate de las drogas. Elige ser feliz. Si necesitas ayuda, llama a la línea de la vida. 800-911-2000. Gobierno de México.
Porque en Woolworth nos gustan los descuentos. Adelantamos el fin.
Es para ti.
Hasta el lunes 3. Aprovecha el 50% en segunda prenda en chamarras, suéteres, sudaderas y abrigos para dama y caballero. Y 2x1 en corsetería Carnival y Lady Carnival.
Woolworth es para ti.
En la Cámara de Diputados reformamos la Ley General de Población, con la que se crea la Plataforma Única de Identidad.
Con ello, ahora la CURP tendrá datos biométricos y será el documento de identidad de las y los mexicanos, así como de extranjeros que se encuentran en condición de estancia regular en el país.
Además, con este documento se facilitará el acceso a trámites y servicios. Cámara de Diputados, 66ª Legislatura, Soberanía y Justicia Social.
Back here after the 2-minute warning, Stephen F. Austin has controlled this ball game, to say the least. Here in the first half, 300 yards of total offense, 171 through the air, 129 on the ground, and in position here to do a lot of things at the Vaquero 24-yard line. It's 2nd and 2, Jonathan.
Yeah, and right before the 2-minute warning, what we saw was the safeties spread out to cover the side short passes. I'd say they have to be very, very careful if they do that, because that leaves the middle wide open.
Vidlac is ready on a 2nd down play. Pitches it out, and they'll turn it upfield. inside the Vaquero 15, down to around the 13-yard line. Big hole opened up for Reese.
Almost a fantastic play right there by the Vaqueros as they caught him in the backfield, but he breaks the tackle and turns it into a 10-yard gain there. They're just getting everything that they want so far here tonight.
At the Vaquero 12, it will be 1st and 10.
And they're slowing it down now to waste the time. They want to make sure that they don't give the Vaqueros much time.
Vidlak shifts it tight end to the right side. Turns, hands it off, and this time that goes nowhere as the Vaqueros are there to shut that one down.
And that's number 23, Haygood, meeting him in the backfield. I think it'll be a no gain or maybe half a yard gain or one way or the other.
Reese on the carry. 5 carries, 34 yards. Ball spotted just inside the 12 of the Vaqueros. And we see a huddle actually by Stephen F. Austin. That's the first, or at least very few huddles as they wait on a long count here. Vidlak hands it off. Reese, no, Vidlak keeps it. Good ball fake. Vaqueros track him down at the 10. 3rd down coming up.
Number 49, Anderson, chases him down after about a yard gain, maybe half a yard on that one. I think they're going to bring it all the way down, get one more play here on 3rd down, and then they'll bring out their field goal unit. They're doing the best they can to, and someone called a timeout.
Stephen F. Austin calls a timeout. 20 seconds ago. It's a 30-second timeout. I was like you. I thought they were going to wait and just run it down and say, hey, either it's successful or we'll kick a field goal. But they may be trying for a 1st down here.
That's what I was going to say, is that they might be thinking to themselves, if we end up getting tackled at the 1-yard line, that at least gives us the 1st down, and now we have more shots to go. That was their final timeout. So if they get tackled in front of the 1st down, that'll leave them with not many options. They'll have to scramble up to try to get the field goal. But maybe you feel a little less pressure having the 24-0 lead, saying not that big a deal if we get to 27.
Vaqueros will get the ball to start the second half. And right now they will be talking a bunch of things over on how they can try to figure out to slow down the Stephen F. Austin offense. Vidlak on 3rd down. Drops back to throw. Pass is caught and receivers wrapped up. Nice job by the Vaqueros. Very short gain there. And here comes the field goal unit on. 10 seconds and counting for what will be a 29-yard field goal attempt, and it is perfect. As time runs out in the first half, Stephen F. Austin gets a field goal and goes up 27-0, and that's about as good as you can be there as well, Jonathan.
Absolutely. They have shown why they are undefeated in conference play. They show why they are nationally ranked as they come out and really put it to the UTRGV Vaqueros 27-0. Now, the Vaqueros have a high-powered offense. They have not showed it in the first half, but we'll see if they can make some adjustments and really come out here in the second half and turn this into a worthy game.
Vaqueros outgained 313-49 in total offense. The score 27-0. We'll take our first break. It's a halftime show. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forte Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forte Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
This is the Vaqueros Sports Network. This is the UTRGV Football Halftime Show.
The 23rd ranked Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks 27-0. We're just 2 days away from the opening tip-off of UTRGV basketball seasons. Earlier this week, Jonah Goldberg caught up with the Vaqueros women's basketball assistant coach and Valley native Victoria Pena to discuss the upcoming season.
Coach Pena, you're 2 days away from the start of the season. How exciting is that?
Super excited. Really like the way the squad is looking this year, and I'm ready to see them play against other opponents. Very excited for the season. We've got a great schedule coming up.
2 home games coming up next week, Monday and Friday, both at 6:30 p.m. What can fans expect to see when they come out to watch your team?
You're going to see some competitiveness, fast-paced basketball. We've got these 2 new guards that came in, one from Houston Christian, Aaron McGuire, and the other one, Jalea Ingram, incredible point guard. They've been pushing the ball, fast pace, been finding our veteran, second leading rebounder in the nation, Charlotte O'Keefe. It's looking really good. We've got a really good group of girls. Very excited to see them compete. They're diving for balls. They're hustling. It's really good basketball, so I'm very excited to see them. And I'm glad we're opening up here at home.
I'm glad you mentioned Charlotte O'Keefe. There's a player who had 400 rebounds last year, only a player from LSU. Anisha Morrow was ahead of her. She was a walking double-double, had multiple 2020 games. It's ridiculous to see a player like that, and we get to watch her every single game.
I am her biggest fan. I love Charlotte O'Keefe. She doesn't care about her own personal stats. She just wants to win games, and I asked her in the beginning of the season, what are her goals for herself for this year? And she says, Coach, I just want to win. I want to win conference. I want to win a championship. That's it. She didn't care about breaking the record that she set last year. She just wants to win games. She's a selfless leader, incredible student athlete, an incredible person.
Monday, 6:30 p.m., season opener, home opener at the UTRGV Fieldhouse for UTRGV women's basketball. And your head coach, Lane Lord, with a win, will become the winningest head coach in program history. What does that mean to you? And has he talked about it? Does he even know?
I am not sure if he even knows. That is awesome. That's going to be an incredible Monday. What a way to start off the week. And I know our theme night is Monday Madness, so I hope everybody can show up, pack the house, and come celebrate that win with us and celebrate Coach Lord because he deserves it. Great guy, great coach.
If you want to be at the UTRGV women's basketball season and home opener Monday at 6:30 p.m., get your tickets now. Season tickets, mini plans, and individual tickets on sale at utrgvtickets.com. And we're talking a lot about the games that are coming up this week, Monday and Friday at 6:30 p.m., but you've got a couple of big ones at home coming up on the schedule. November 20th, you host Houston at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. December 10th, you host 4th-ranked Texas at Bird Ogden Arena.
I am so excited for those games. Last year we beat the University of Houston at Houston, and so now we get to bring them home and get to compete against them again. Really looking forward to it. I know they're going to be hungry, but we're going to compete, that's for sure. And I hope we can pack the house, because when that field house is full, we've got a home court advantage, and the fans help us out tremendously. Now, number 4, Texas. Incredible game. I hope everybody can make it out. Pack Bird Ogden Arena. 2 seasons ago when we had them here, I believe we broke an attendance record for the Valley, which was the most attended women's basketball game in the Valley. So I'm hoping we can break that record again. Hopefully you guys can make it out.
We're talking with assistant coach Victoria Pena, who has a lot of experience at UTRGV, 8 seasons on the women's basketball staff, another year in compliance before that, and from the Valley, Edinburgh North alum, who then played at, this says Stephen F. Austin, the team that UTRGV football is playing right now?
That's right, Jonah. Got a lot of love for Stephen F. Austin, but it's the year of the Vaqueros, so I'm looking forward to seeing us get this dub today.
Now, being in the same conference as SFA for most of your career here at UTRGV, what's it like when, whether it's your team, the UTRGV women's basketball team, or the teams you're rooting for, like today's UTRGV football team, playing your alma mater?
Oh, it's so much fun. I'm a competitive person, and when it's 2 schools that I'm very passionate about, I hope for good basketball, good football, good sports, good competitiveness. And yeah, I know everybody over there at SFA. Some coaches are still there. I wish them all the best, except for when they're playing against us.
So who are you rooting for, just to be clear?
Well, my degree says the Lumberjacks, but my paycheck says Vaqueros.
That's a good answer. Victoria Pena, assistant women's basketball coach, UTRGV. So an Edinburgh North alum. You played Division I basketball. Now you coach Division I basketball. What is your message to those who are looking up to you as a role model to show what's possible?
Oh, dream big. I was always told too small, too slow to play Division I basketball, but I had role models myself that paved the way, showed me that it could be done. One of our own alum here from UTPA, the GOAT, Bianca Torre and Mara Guzman, both were role models. I watched them growing up play here at UTPA, and they showed me that it can be done. They can play Division I basketball. And so they helped me put my head down, get to work, and I made it happen. And through that, build genuine relationships, and anything can happen.
Victoria Pena, assistant women's basketball coach for UTRGV. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jonah. Go Vaqueros. He's up.
The UTRGV women's basketball team opens the season Monday at the UTRGV Fieldhouse, 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at utrgvtickets.com.
Thanks, Jonah. At the half, UTRGV football trailing 23rd ranked Stephen F. Austin 27-0. Let's take a break. When we come back, it's time for Saddle Up Short. You're listening to UTRGV football along the Vaquero Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back out to Homer Bryce alongside Jonathan Medina and Joe Bowling at halftime. UTRGV football trailing Stephen F. Austin 27-0, 23rd ranked team in the nation, flexing a little muscle here at home. Have you heard about Saddle Up Podcast? It's a weekly web show hosted by former UTPA men's basketball players Matt Ponquist and Gonzalo Garza. Focused largely on telling the stories of former student athletes from UTRGV and the legacy institutions. In this Saddle Up short, Matt and G catch up with former UTPA men's basketball star Kevin Mitchell.
Hey guys, welcome to the Saddle Up Halftime Alumni Spotlight. I'm Matt Palmquist. G Garza, what's going on, my man? How you doing today?
What's going on, Matty P? Doing good.
Man, it's a beautiful Saturday. It's football, UTRGV Vaquero football. And this week we have a great friend of ours, an alumni of the university, Kevin Mitchell. Welcome to the show. How you doing, my man?
Man, I'm doing well. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Oh, we're blessed to have you on. So, Kevin, for the audience that don't know who you are, tell us what sport you played and what years you were at the university.
Absolutely. I played men's basketball there at University of Texas Pan American, now UTRGV, from 2001 to 2003.
That's fantastic.
We are so happy that you're on the show, man. Taking the time out of your busy schedule. We always talk about the times that we had. Matty P and I always talk about the memories that we had. What is your most precious memory, either just attending the school or from playing basketball with your brothers?
It's a great question. I mean, there's a lot of great times. One that probably sticks out the most is when we went to the San Juan Shootout, the prestigious tournament there in Puerto Rico, and played against Baylor and was able to win the San Juan Shootout, coming back after being down 17 in the second half. So I would say that's one that really embodied a lot of the things that we were about and what we learned day in and day out through the practices, and it all kind of came together, which was special.
Hey, Kevin, was Baylor ranked back then?
I don't know if they were ranked at that time. They had 3 All-Americans on their team, though, at the time. I know they had John Lucas Jr., Lawrence Roberts, and I think there was someone else there that transferred to UT at that time.
All in all, that's a great win.
Yeah. What year was that? Do you recall?
That was the 2001 to 2002 season.
Wow. So if that happened then in 2001, 2002, tell us about what's going on now with you 20-some years later.
Ooh, man. Time has blown by. Currently working for a company called Intuitive Surgical. I'm a capital sales manager for them. Cover 4 different states out here outside of Kansas, Missouri, New Mexico, and Nebraska area. Been with them for probably the last 9 years in kind of the medical device field, and the company's been really good to us.
That's fantastic.
Man, you're doing some great things. Kevin, the university has really transitioned into something that we can all be proud of as alumni. With Vaquero football right now, man, we're in the midst of it. How do you feel being an alumni? How do you feel about the Vaquero inaugural football season?
I'm extremely excited. You know, this is something that for years, decades, you probably want to say, we've always heard, yeah, we're going to have a football team. We're going to have a football team. And we finally do have one. It's amazing to see the support. And I think about all the other things that come with it. Yes, we know that there's opportunities when it comes to the economy and people coming to the Valley that have never been there before. But I think something that really resonates with me is just the seed of belief that will continuously be multipliers for kids that can believe that they can actually do those types of things because it's right in front of them. It's in their community. I think that in itself is just going to pay tenfold generation over generation. I'm really excited that this is the first year and it's really gotten kicked off, and can't wait to see how they continue to grow and succeed throughout the future.
Wow. Now we know why you are a regional sales manager, Kevin Mitchell. That was an awesome answer. We cannot thank you enough for being on the show, taking the time out for the Saddle Up Halftime Alumni Spotlight. Kevin, we wish you all the best. You were a great friend. You're a friend of the show, a supporter of the show, and you're one of the few people that said, hey, let's do it. I'll jump on the show when we started it. So we can't thank you enough for your support from the beginning.
Man, thank you all. Y'all continue to do what y'all are doing. Y'all are doing great things for the university, and I'm excited, man, to continue to see y'all grow as well. So thank you, and I'm humbled to be a part of it.
Thank you, Kevin. You're the best, man. Saddle up, B's up.
Let's go.
Joe and Jonathan, back to you.
Hey, thanks, guys. For full episodes of Saddle Up Podcast, visit saddleuppodcast.com. Score at halftime, UTRGV trailing 23rd ranked Stephen F. Austin, 27-0. Let's take a timeout when we come back. It's time for the second half. You're listening to UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Fort to Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Fort to Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
We are back here before the second half kickoff. UTRGV and Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin makes a statement in the first half. Jonathan leads 27-0. But look at this. Eddie Lee Marburger, 5 of 11 in the first half for 50 yards. One big completion. Other than that, shut down. On the running game, 7 carries as a team, -1 in the rushing department for the Vaqueros. When you run just 18 plays from scrimmage, that's the first thing you look at and say, we're in trouble.
Well, Coach said in the interview that you did with him, they don't give up very much. Your best shot is to get some big explosive plays. Well, we learned for sure that they do not give up very much. We tried running the ball, it gets stuffed. Passing plays, 2 interceptions. 5 completions to 2 interceptions so far here tonight. What we saw was the defense for Stephen F. Austin gave up nothing to these UTRGV Vaqueros, and the Vaqueros have been scoring on just about every team that we've played. They've been able to move the ball against almost every team that we've played here this season. And then on the opposite end, Vidlak hit 25 receivers here in the first half.
He hit every receiver that he was throwing at, including the only one that dropped a pass, which was a tight end that he never went back to, but he completed passes on a consistent basis throughout that first half. 21 of 27 for 170 yards and a touchdown. 313 yards of total offense, Stephen F. Austin. 49 for the Vaqueros. You look at it, it's a 4-score game. Here we go, starting the second half. Vaqueros get their hands on the football. How many adjustments can you make to offset what you saw in the first half?
Well, the thing is, when you play so well in the first half, we talked about it last week when it was the other end, when the Vaqueros had such a big lead to go into halftime last week. Well, when you have nothing to change, if you're Stephen F. Austin, and then you have the Vaqueros doing probably many, many changes in the halftime, you don't really know what the second half is going to look like, but it has to be something different.
One thing about it is that fans, I said it during the pregame show, and I talked to Coach about it as well. You know, fans consistently seem to look and say, well, Wait till the Vaqueros play this team. Wait till the Vaqueros play this team. Eventually, Jonathan, you're going to run into teams like this, whether it's here, whether it's in the playoffs. You're looking at a team that is right now in total control of the conference. And this is the competition that the Vaqueros are trying to step up to and get ready for in a first-year program. Appears to be right on the cusp of being there.
Yeah, when you look at the standings, the Vaqueros have an opportunity. If they were to win tonight, it puts them in the upper echelon of the conference. Them losing tonight kind of puts them more in the middle of the road. But I think if you were to say when the season started, where would the Vaqueros be? I don't think anyone even expected middle-of-the-road success. And so it has been a very successful season. We'll see what they could do here tonight in the second half.
This is where you can make some noise as a first-year program coming into this second half on the road, down 27-0. And you said it. You could take a total approach of backs against the wall, nothing to lose, versus let's just get to the next game. Kickoff is a deep kick. There will be no return, so that no special teams magic to start off the second half. And Eddie Lee Marburger, the offense, will come out on the field for a first time to start a drive at the 25.
Now, when it's been third and long, they're not giving much opportunity to the receivers. They pull out the safeties back. But on those first and second downs, they're pressing up on the Vaqueros receivers. There is a chance early on Marburger decided to try to go deep. He got an interception. Another time he made a big play. And so I'm not sure I think that's when you have to attack them deep is in the first, second down when the safeties and all the secondary are more tightly lined up to the coverage.
Marburger is ready. He'll have two backs in the backfield on this first down play. Nolan is in the backfield to his right side, shifts out in motion to the left. Marburger to throw on first down, pressured, gets rid of the ball. It's going to be caught. Short yardage. Well, they lose a couple on the play. Marburger fortunate enough to at least complete the pass to Denny.
Yeah, he gets a pass there, really a desperation pass, as number 2 has been causing all kinds of problems here tonight, and he does on that play again. That number 2 is Aaron Austin, 6'3", out of Crowley, Texas. He's a senior defensive lineman for SFA.
Second down and 11 for the Vaqueros on the opening drive of the second half. Marburger hands it off Denny, takes it left side, positive yardage out across the 30-yard line. That's the best carry from scrimmage running the ball for the Vaqueros in the ball game. Still brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that 7-yard play brings them to 3rd and 5 here, but at least it makes it a manageable third down. We have not seen that very much here tonight, so we'll be a big play right here.
Extra receiver Kyron Lee checks in the game for the Vaqueros. 5-receiver set on this 3rd and 5 from their own 30. Marburger, empty backfield. Drops back to throw, has time, delivers a pass, caught, first down. He finds, in this case, Tony Diaz, and they'll move the chains.
They move the chains to get the first down. We've been seeing that all season long. Eddie Lee has been able to get those short passes to Diaz, to other receivers. He has not been doing it here tonight, but that could be something that we see to get them in motion.
That time they went over there in the direction of Charles Demmings, who's been terrific in coverage. Marburger passes, completed pass to the 40-yard line, and suddenly Eddie Lee Marburger heating up just a little bit. He finds Esmail Smith-Flores.
Gets a little 5-yard action there to Smith-Flores. I think he's someone they could use a little more throughout the season. Last week he had a big, huge game, 2 big touchdowns. But all season long he's kind of just been there, mostly been used in blocking, not very much in the passing game. But after last week's breakout, I think you could use him a little more.
He's lined up as a tight end on the right side. That means he's going to have to take a look at number 2 across from him. Marburger hands it off. It's Denning. And he'll take it out across the 45-yard line. That's a couple yards short of a first down, but a manageable third down coming up.
Yeah, what they did was they essentially left number 2, Aaron Austin, solo on that. So he makes the tackle, but not until Danny gets about 4 yards on the run there. They decide to double-team the other defensive lineman at the point of attack.
And you see they're moving him around as well. Aaron Austin, last snap was on the left side. Defensively, he's on the right side now. He's got free rein out there on where he's coming in on the attack of Eddie Lee Marburger. 3rd and 3 for the Vaqueros, opening drive of the second half. Marburger to throw. Has time, waits, delivers, pass caught, first down Vaqueros. out to the 49.
And he nice job of extending the play. You were talking about the matchup right there. The left tackle is able to block Aaron Austin on that, giving Marburger the time to run along the left side there until he finally finds an open receiver for the first down. But I think that's been one of the big matchups here tonight, as Aaron Austin, it feels like anytime we're in third down, he's getting to Marburger. That time he does not.
1st and 10 for the Vaqueros. Best drive of the ball game as they start this second half. Marburger has a single back in the backfield. That's Dement. He'll hand it off. Dement runs hard, gets out across the 45-yard line. Football comes loose. Did they blow it dead? Yes, they did. Vaqueros are going to keep the football in a 5-yard game.
Yeah, he finds a little gap along the left side of the offensive line. They're able to block the point of attack, and he just squeezes right through, gets 5 yards, maybe even 6 on that play. But good job. The Vaqueros are starting to move. That's what they needed to do. They needed to get the offense going.
Marburger is ready to go on the second and call it 4 yards to go. From the 45 of the Lumberjacks. Wants to throw, has time, rifles it. It's caught. They'll look at the progress, which should be enough for a first down out around the 41 of the Lumberjacks.
And they'll give them the first down. It looks like the referee's calling, or maybe not. Oh, they are calling it first. I thought it was a little bit of a favorable spot, but still the big tight end, Smith Floyd, is able to get there. Essentially what happened there is they had one of the running backs going along the outside, and Smith Floyd is along the middle. The linebacker had to make a decision. Do I lean more outside or more inside? He kind of stayed in the middle, and so Marburger just hits Smith Flores for the easy first down.
First time in the game we've seen the Lumberjacks trying to react more so than attack the Vaquero offense. First down for Marburger. Takes it, and he's going to keep it. Runs left-hand side. He's got a lot of room. Down the 30, 25, out of bounds around the 20-yard line. Total Eddie Lee Marburger right there.
Right there, they're running the read option play there. And so the defensive end, they leave him unblocked, and the defensive end crashed in hard. Eddie Lee Marburger has not run it the whole game, kind of almost like if they were setting it up for this moment. We've seen a lot of plays, the defensive end's not blocked, but they've been making the play. That time, Marburger pulls it, has a big gain on the left side.
Vaqueros now going with a fast-paced offense. Ball just outside the 20 of the Lumberjacks. 9:30 to go here in the third quarter. Nolan in motion. Marburger to throw. Sets up a screen pass. It's caught. Dement is going to be hit. Not going to go anywhere. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Yeah, they'll give him the original forward progress there. I thought they ran a bit of like a cover 2 style defense there. I thought they could have hit Nolan along the left side, but they were already on that side of the field. So because they didn't have that much space, and Marburger's already thrown 2 interceptions, I think he didn't want to test and try to squeeze it in on the left corner end zone area.
Because we've seen the speed of the secondary of Stephen F. Oss come into play in getting to balls that normally we've seen caught by Vaquero receivers. 2nd and 10 for Marburger. Shifts Nolan to the left. Hands the ball off. They'll run it right, and this time Stephen F. Austin, the Lumberjacks, are right there. Gain to the 20, no more than that. And third down coming up.
And that was number 22 of the defense. He's just able to beat his defender. They was designed for the left side defensive end to go unblocked, but he beats the right tackle badly on that one. So it looked like both defensive ends were unblocked, but it was really designed for only the left side to be unblocked.
3rd and 10 for the Vaqueros. Ball sits outside the 20-yard line of Stephen F. Austin. Marburger waits, takes it, drops back. Here comes a lot of pressure. Gets rid of the ball down near the end zone. Diaz was back there, got tangled up. They wanted a flag. I don't think they're going to get it. 4th down coming up. Vaqueros send the field goal unit in.
Yeah, Diaz could have gotten there. Just Marburger, they brought so much pressure. Marburger had to throw it early, so Diaz turns towards Marburger thinking he's looking for the ball to be thrown. It was already in the air. He had enough time to react, but he just never got to see the ball.
Field goal time for the Vaqueros from the middle of the field. Ball will be spotted down at the 28, a 38-yard field goal attempt for UTRGV. Ball down, kick is up, long, high, and it is good. UTRGV on the board with a field goal to start the second half. 7:53 remaining. UTRGV defense on the field now. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Back here at Stephen F. Austin, UTRGV opens up the second half on a 13-play, 54-yard drive. Took 7 minutes off the clock and ended up with a 38-yard field goal. And are kicking off here to Stephen F. Austin. Trailing by, if you're counting scores, by 3 scores. Kickoff is a onside type kick. It's going to be fielded by the Lumberjacks. They'll call a fair catch on that. It wasn't true onside, Jonathan, but it was, let's see if we can catch them napping kind of kick.
Yeah, I think they were going to attempt to get it on that. Sometimes when you do that middle area kick like that, it kind of floated over the first line of defense, falling before the second. Good aim, just a good play by number 81 of Stephen F. Austin. But you said it turns that field goal right there, put 3 points on the board. So now you don't have zero. It kind of takes a little bit of we're not getting shut out here tonight. The offense got moving, creates a little bit of offensive momentum. And then what you have is it turns it into a 3-possession game. So it is still live here tonight. If the defense can make some stops and give the offense a chance, here we go.
Here's been the problem, though. The offense of Stephen F. Austin. Vidlac has been masterful. Pitches it out, right side, and a short gain of a couple yards on first down out to the 45-yard line. Another pass completed. Harris catches for his third catch of the night.
And a lot of those plays right there like that, on that one, it was only a 3-yard gain, but they defended it decently well. But it's a little bit of that extra speed that some of these Stephen F. Austin skill players have that gets them that little extra edge. We've seen them reverse plays that should have been broken or shouldn't have been had a big play happen.
Second down, Vidlac hands it off, and this time the carrier goes nowhere. Reese was met in the backfield, stays on his feet, but the play is blown dead. Vaquero defense showing a little energy now. It's 3rd and 9.
Absolutely, and that was number 49, Anderson, on the play. And then somehow all the way from the defensive backfield position, Marcus Hurd was also in trying to get his body on for that negative play right there.
Mortimer checks in as a receiver. He'll hang out on he wanted to go left side. He's going to go right side. So twins left and right side for Vidlac on 3rd and 9. It's rare he's had 3rd and long. Drops back to throw. They pick up the pressure. Delivers the ball downfield. Caught. First down at the Vaquero 42-yard line. It started with protection, and then Vidlac delivered a rifling shot.
Just finds a nice little sweet spot in the middle of the zone. They had two receivers on two DBs. He just finds the little gap and continues to put the ball right in the right spots over and over.
And it was Mortimer who made that catch. Looked like he was confused as to where he should even line up. Running play on a quick snap here for Reese goes for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up.
And if they want to keep it a 3-possession game, they need to stop him. They can't let him get more than about 10 yards here.
Vaqueros were showing a blitz. Quarterback looked to the sideline and it's like, hey, we got time. Let's just wait on this call. Vidlak now waits for the long count. Takes it, drops back to throw. They rush him out of the pocket to the right side, delivers the ball down the sideline. That's an incomplete pass.
He had an open receiver there, just threw it a little too far out. The receiver's trying to make sure he keeps his feet in bounds. I think he was targeting Green on that one. But good pressure by the Vaqueros. They had two players chasing him down. I know it was House and someone else that were chasing Vidlak down. And we see Vidlak for the first time really make a bad throw.
3rd down again on this drive. Another 3rd down play. 5:28 to go in the 3rd quarter. Vidlak turns, hands it off, running play, and that's going to be close to 1st down yardage. I think they're going to get it. Reese just lowered his head and carried a man for a 1st down.
He has 2 Vaquero defenders on his back and just continues to move forward. He dodged an arm tackle early to break free, and that's what gets him that 1st down.
That's Jenkins on the carry. And that's just hard-nosed football there. 1st down play for Stephen F. Austin. Ball sets at the Vaquero 31-yard line for Vidlak. Wants to throw on a play action. Gets rid of it. It's caught. Receiver has some yards down the sideline. Bumped out of bounds down around the 20-yard line. That's Wayland, another catch.
And it's right at the 1st down, so we'll see if he gets 1st down. But again, anytime that they do the fake to the run, he's able to throw it to these receivers wide open underneath. And so we've just been seeing Vidlak do that all night to a number of different receivers. Now, I'll tell you what, whenever Clayton Wayland has it in his hand, it feels like he's trying to make a big play happen out of these short little passes.
And then there's a personal foul called against the Vaqueros after the play. So they'll move the ball half the distance to the goal line down to the 11-yard line. For Wayland, he now is the leading receiver with 6 catches in the game. Green right behind him has 5. Vidlak now on a 1st and 10 from the 11 of the Vaqueros. Shifts 3 receivers right-hand side, only 2 defenders out there with him. Vidlak turns, hands it off. They'll run it left side. Jenkins, but you could see over there were 3 receivers, 2 defenders. A lot of options there for Vidlak.
A lot of options right there. I think he takes the safe option right there. I'm going to run it behind number 72. I'm going to run it behind number 71. We did have our DB kind of come up and force him back inside, but all he did was say, I'm going to cut and just walk behind these 2 big offensive linemen making space for me.
5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 5. For the Lumberjacks, they can still get a 1st down without getting a touchdown here on this 2nd down play. Vidlak wants to throw. Right side, back corner end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. An amazing catch out there by Harris.
That was a beautiful, beautiful catch and throw. Vidlak gets his receiver out there. Looked like it was well defended, but one-on-one, and the receiver's able to just pick it up and make the touchdown. So we had said it was a 3-possession game and then right back to a 4-possession game.
For Harris, that's his 4th catch of the game. And Vidlak continues to sizzle. 25 of 32 in the game, 203 yards, couple of touchdowns. Extra point is good. And it's now 34-3. Stephen F. Austin on top, and they'll be kicking off. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when, and that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun with one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And for Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
XHRYS
Ultra 90.1, a station represented by Radio United. Ultra 90.1, only good vibes. XHBK-FM, XEBK-AM, Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas. Broadcasting from the UTRGV Vaqueros Studios. It's Pure Country 95.7, a station represented by Radio United.
Kickoff by Stephen F. Austin after the touchdown, and the Vaqueros will return it out across the 10, 15, 20-yard line, 25, and near the 30-yard line. Good return there, but how about that answer by Stephen F. Austin after the field goal by the Vaqueros? Vidlac takes him right downfield and scores again.
Absolutely. He just kept finding open receiver after open receiver. The offensive line was just making enough space for their running backs to get 5-10 yards. While the Vaqueros were able to get some momentum on offense on the last drive, the Vaqueros defense still has not figured out a way to stop this SFA offense. As they were able to pass the ball, they were able to run the ball. Felt like offensively, SFA still been able to do whatever they want out there.
Second possession of the second half for the Vaqueros of UTRGV. 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Eddie Lee Marburger is ready for the first snap. Takes it. And he's going to run on a play action. Looking, now he's going to take it upfield, get a lot of yardage across the 40-yard line. Eddie Lee let everyone clear out and then took off downfield.
It was a nice job. He was going along he thought about tossing it over to Smith Flores, and then all of a sudden Smith Flores turns around, makes the key block on the edge to free Marburger for the big first down right there. Gained about 12 yards on that.
He's been sacked a couple of times. That was a 12-yard gain. Now he becomes the leading ball carrier for the Vaqueros here in this game. Marburger to throw now over the right side. It's caught. And about a 5-yard gain to Noland.
And it feels like Nolan has been a little quiet this game, but there just haven't been a lot of opportunities out there throughout this game. But the last drive, or the first possession we had in the second half, we got some ball movement. Now we're doing it here so far on this drive. Let's see if they can keep it up.
2 catches for Xavier Nolan, and now a total of 1 yards in total receiving yards for Nolan. Marburger, empty backfield, rifles a pass, it's caught, and diving forward, that's enough for a first down for the Vaqueros. Eddie Lee finds another receiver this time.
A nice connection to Tavian Cord on that play right there. He caught the ball about 3 yards short of the first down. A quick little hitting play. He turns, I thought maybe there was a face mask, but
I did too. It looked awkward.
But no face mask is called, and because there were substitutions now by the offense, now the defensive line is getting substituted for SFA.
And Eddie Lee Marburger has completed 13 passes. That's the 7th different receiver to catch a pass for Eddie Lee. Drops back to throw here, has time, and another completed pass inside the 35-yard line of Stephen F. Austin, and this time he goes to Tony Diaz.
Absolutely beautiful. He rifles it in, and he had to because the window was not huge right there, but he gets it into Diaz. Diaz has the control to hold onto the ball as he gets hit as soon as the ball gets there.
Eddie Lee ready to go on a first down play here. Drops back to throw. Waits, delivers down the right-hand side, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking in the direction of Cord, he was well covered.
Yeah, so far tonight on all of those deep balls, they're basically right attached at the hip with these DBs have stayed with all of the Vaqueros receivers here tonight. So second down over at about the 39-yard line or 34-yard line.
34-yard line, a minute 26 to go here in the third quarter. Eddie Lee Marburger now 14 of 22 for 95 yards in the passing game. Hands it off to Denny. Hit, and he's not going to go anywhere. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Vaqueros.
There was a chance that he could have squeezed in between the penetrating defenders. There were 3 different defenders that rushed up the field, and there was a small gap, but he was not able to break it through. So he gets stuck at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and about 10.5 here.
Cord checks back in the ball game as a receiver on the right side for the Vaqueros. On this third down play, we're under a minute to go in the third quarter. Denny stays in the backfield on the left side of Eddie Lee Marburger. On third down, Nolan goes in motion. Comes back to the right side. Marburger to throw. Waits, delivers a pass, caught by Denny, jumps over a man, got a first down, down the sideline, down to the 10-yard line, and how about Nathan Denny?
Nathan Denny jumped over a player and kept his balance and ran up for another 10 yards after the jump. So I'm not sure if it gets counted as a broken tackle because he just completely jumped over the defender there. Beautiful play on the far side of the field.
And you could see after he jumped, he had the presence of mind to actually start running in air so that when he hit the ground, he was already on the dead run sprinting. First down for the Vaqueros. Marburger to throw. Right side pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Penalty flag thrown there. Vaqueros looking for Cord. That time, he played the defender.
Yeah, luckily, Marburger threw the ball so quickly as number 2 was right on his back. Again, we've been saying his name all night. That's Aaron Austin. He's getting blocked by Denny on the edge. That's not a good matchup for Denny, as he's been getting beat so far tonight whenever they've had that. But Marburger gets the quick throw, and the Vaqueros get the flag.
Yeah, that time Cord saw the ball in the air, and he kind of played the corner into running into him. He's like, I may not catch this ball, but it's going to be a no-doubter pass interference.
He kind of slowed down and went into him, making sure the contact was definitely seen on that.
Goal-to-goal situation for UTRGV. 4 seconds left here in the third quarter, and Eddie Lee will go under center on this first and goal play. Now they'll shift out of that into a spread formation. Marburger on first and goal. Drops back to throw. Gets rid of it, and it's going to be a one-handed catch. Tony Diaz, touchdown Vaqueros.
We saw him do basically the same exact thing in a goal line situation last week. Last week it was when we were only up by 7. This week it's when we are down by 31, making it kind of go back to a 3-possession game.
What an answer for UTRGV here in the second half. 2 possessions, 2 scores on the road against the top team in the conference. Extra point coming up here for the Vaqueros. They'll go for the traditional 1 point. Although off air, I was saying if you score touchdowns against these guys, try for 2. What do you have to lose? Extra point is away and good. I'm just an announcer, folks. Back after this for the fourth quarter. This is UTRGV football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you. When you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We head into the fourth quarter. UTRGV trailing on the road 34-10 against Stephen F. Austin. Jonathan, 2 possessions, 2 scores for the Vaqueros in the second half.
After being shut out in the entire first half, the 2 possessions that the Vaqueros have result in a touchdown on that one and a field goal before that. The field goal, they had gotten pretty close to the red zone or into the goal line area, so they've been able to turn around on offense. What the Vaqueros need now is for the defense to turn it up a notch and make a stop for them, as they are only down 3 possessions if you were to go for 2, as you would suggest, the rest of the way. Now, when you're down by 4 possessions, it didn't matter to go for 2 on that one, but the rest of the way, if they want to keep it at 3 possessions, it requires a touchdown and a converted 2-point conversion.
I'm trying to build on the positives of this second half versus the first. You look at the drive for Stephen F. Austin, and I don't think there's any stopping Sam Vidlac tonight. But the Vaqueros did force a couple of 3rd and longs on that last drive, which we weren't seeing in the first half.
Absolutely. It took a few throws that were where they found some gaps and some spaces, but they got put in positions where they were 3rd and long. There were some run plays that got stuffed. He got sacked, I believe, on that last drive one of the times. So a little bit different, even though they still scored a touchdown, a little bit different.
Vaqueros to kick it off, and they'll kick it deep. This is going to be returnable by the Lumberjacks out across the 10 to the 15-yard line and out across the 20 to the 25. And so we'll first of all see if Vidlac comes back in for another drive. He's had a whale of a ball game, 25 of 32, 203 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
And it looks like he will not, I believe, number 12, Rutherford, a 6'3" freshman out of Katy, Texas, has come into the game, it looks like.
And I was watching him in pregame warm-ups, and he's got a cannon of an arm. He was really showing off out there. Matter of fact, I thought he was Vidlac at first, and I was like, nope, that's just a freshman out there. First down play for the Lumberjacks. From their own 25, they'll pitch it out to the left-hand side, cut it upfield across the 30 to 35-yard line, and that's been the case in running the football, is they're just getting 5 and 6 yards at a time.
Yeah, this offensive line has really been able to keep any negative plays from happening, and they're consistently getting 3+ yards over and over. There is one of their offensive line has gone down, and depending on what Katy team Rutherford's from, I believe they had a team that made it to the state championship last year.
Timeout on the field for the injury. We'll take a timeout as well. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off, and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Fortificate Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros, it's Valley, it's victory. Fortificate Kitchen, fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
En un año vivimos un periodo legislativo histórico, 19 reformas constitucionales y más de 40 nuevas leyes que transforman la vida de México. Hoy, el pueblo elige al Poder Judicial. Creamos leyes para eliminar la corrupción y los privilegios. Consolidamos la Guardia Nacional. Reconocimos a los pueblos indígenas y afromexicanos. Recuperamos a Pemex y SFA. Garantizamos Internet y convertimos programas sociales en derechos constitucionales. El pueblo manda y este Congreso no le fallará. Cámara de Diputados, 66ª Legislatura.
Con la Estrategia Nacional de Seguridad, los homicidios dolosos bajaron en 32% y los delitos de alto impacto en 21%. El robo de vehículos con violencia disminuyó 30% y a transportistas 29%. Construir la paz es un trabajo de todos los días. Vamos por el camino correcto. La transformación avanza. Gobierno de México.
Soy Karen Castrejón, dirigente nacional del Partido Verde. Escogimos trabajar por tu bienestar, de la mano de la primera mujer presidenta de nuestro país, la doctora Claudia Sheinbaum. Por eso, las y los diputados del Verde votaron a favor de darle un presupuesto histórico a los programas sociales. Jóvenes construyendo el futuro, pensión para adultos mayores, becas de educación básica y media superior, pensión para personas con discapacidad, porque el futuro de la 4T es verde. Partido Verde.
¿Les cuento un secreto? Ya casi tengo para unos esquites. Bueno, no es un secreto, si hasta mi papá me ayuda. Siempre me regala las monedas que deja en su escritorio. Yo las voy guardando y cuando menos lo espero, ya me puedo comprar algún antojo. ¿Y qué creen? Hoy encontré una moneda de 5 pesos que estaba perdida en mi mochila. Con ella completo para unos esquites. Como dice mi mamá, usa tus monedas. Todas valen y hacen la diferencia.
Back here, the fourth quarter continues after an injury. The Lumberjacks are able to run a play, get a first down, and so they have possession at their own 39-yard line and are set to go here. Gavin Rutherford, the new quarterback, actually got that first down with his legs, and he sets him down here. 13.5 to go, 34-10 the score. Lumberjacks have been in control of this one all the way and lead here at home. Pitch out left or right side, and that goes for short yardage. Vaqueros are right there to shut that running play down.
Yeah, Rick and Hurd come in off the edge, just completely making him try to cut back in. Rich gets his hands on him, brings him down on that play.
Richard Reese on the carry. Reese has now 10 carries for 45 yards in the game. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Lumberjacks. Man in motion, goes right to left. We'll see if Rutherford throws for a first time. He drops back, waits, delivers, and it's a completed pass out to the 50-yard line, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, he runs a little comeback play right at the sticks and makes the completion. And so Rutherford has, I believe that was his first completion of the night.
Yep, first attempt, first completion. And you could see there he showed off. That's a fast-paced delivery, and the ball got to the receiver in a hurry.
Yeah, it was a laser that came out of his hand.
First down play now, Vaquero, 48-yard line, the line of scrimmage. And Rutherford is ready to go on this first down play. See if they turn him loose now in throwing the ball. Drops back to throw. delivers it underneath. Caught by Reese on a screen. He'll get 5.
It's a man-to-man play as they blitz the safety, and so it leaves the running back open out of the backfield for a 4-yard catch before number 56 of the defense for the Vaqueros is able to bring him down. Nice play right there by the Vaqueros defense to keep it from being a big play because there was a lot of space. Ball was, I think, a little thrown a little high, gave that linebacker the chance to go and chase down the running back. Had it been a better throw, it might have been a much bigger play.
Gavin Rutherford. You can see he stands tall at 6 foot 3 inches tall as the quarterback. Waits for the snap here on second down. Going to throw again over the middle, tipped up in the air by the Vaqueros. Incomplete pass, and that was up for grabs for a long time.
Yeah, Wade was almost able to – he jumped the play, was almost able to get the interception, and then he's not able to bring it through. Again, it was the laser that was a rocket that was going through. It's a little hard for a linebacker to make the interception there. But it bounced off of him and went up in the air, but no one was able to bring it down.
3rd down and 6 for Rutherford and the Lumberjacks. He wants to throw. Vaqueros bring a blitz. He gets rid of the ball. Reese makes a catch, not going to get a first down. UTRGV makes a play.
And on that play right there, usually if you're blitzing and you're able to get the screen off, you're able to get a first down. But on that one, the Vaqueros are able to recover after the blitz does not get to the quarterback. But the offense stays out here as based on the positioning of the field, they give him another shot.
So it's 4th down and 5 yards to go for Rutherford and the Lumberjacks. Rutherford on a long count, takes a snap, drops back to throw, gets rid of it, got a first down. Out to the 35-yard line, the chains move for the Lumberjacks.
And he hits Kylan Harris. Kylan Harris has been getting open multiple times tonight, I believe. I think they've caught him or he's gotten a few catches. Even though they change quarterbacks, Rutherford does find them.
Harris, that's his 6th catch. He joins Whalen, 6 catches each. Green has 5 catches tonight. That's a conversion on 4th down, so I still don't get to say that the Lumberjacks bring in the punting team. First down from the Vaquero 35. Rutherford hands it off. It's a carry this time by Reese again, and he'll gain 4.
And Reese just follows that left side of the offensive line from the center left. They moved the pile back. The right side essentially just kind of sealed their players off. He makes one cut and gets himself an easy 5 yards.
9 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Stephen F. Austin has put points on the board every drive of this game. Rutherford, the backup quarterback, trying to complete another pass. Incomplete this time as he overshoots his man at the 25-yard line, and it brings up another 3rd and long for the Lumberjacks. And I didn't say that at all in the first half, Jonathan.
Yeah, very few times we basically did not see that happen. That time Rutherford, he actually hit Bowler, who was open running across the middle on man-to-man coverage, but just goes right through the hands. So far tonight, we have not been able to make them punt at all. And so, again, here on this part of the field, they probably won't punt depending on the situation.
3rd down and 6 for Rutherford. Appears to be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. On the snap, drops back to throw over the middle. That was batted down. Nothing doing, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, I think either House or Anderson got their hands on the ball. One of them was able to knock it down. It looks like the offense is staying out there. Again, just because they are at the 31-yard line. So right here, highly unlikely that you'd punt the ball. So they do decide to go for it here on 4th down. So far, they've been able to make the completions happen. Let's see what the Vaqueros can do right now.
4th and 6 for Rutherford and the Lumberjacks. Looks to the sideline after they see the defensive alignment. And now they're comfortable. Twin receivers left, right. Rutherford drops back to throw. Pressure coming. Gets rid of the ball. Downfield inside the 10. First down. 1st and goal coming up. He went right back down the middle this time and finds Harris.
Yeah, they found the Vaqueros in man-to-man. Harris is able to beat his defender and go down the middle. And so easy first down completion right there for SFA.
converting on the 4th and goal. Pitch out right side and a carry by Jenkins. He's dropped right at the 5-yard line. That's a loss of a yard.
And House showing a little bit of his closing speed as he's able to break free of his blocker, and it was a toss to the outside, but he's able to get there before the running back gets to the line of scrimmage, so they lose a little bit of ground there.
2nd and goal coming up for the Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin. Ball sits on the right hash mark of the UTRGV Vaqueros. 8:14 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Rutherford shifts Jenkins to his left. He'll hand to Jenkins, running left, hitting the backfield, and thrown for a loss.
And there were 3 different defenders for the Vaqueros on the defensive play right there. Right before the play started, I saw House kind of point right to where the play went, so I'm not sure if there was something that they've been able to figure out on those run plays outside the tackle, but they had it figured out on that one.
So it's still goal to goal, but 3rd and goal now. Ball out at the 10-yard line of the Vaqueros. Rutherford sets him down on this 3rd down play. 7:26 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Man in motion goes to the right. Whistle blows. Timeout called Stephen F. Austin. You can see they were confused on trying to run that play.
I think they had a little bit of an advantage as it looked like it was going to be man-to-man, and they had a player in motion with a Vaquero player trying to catch up, but they decided not to run it.
That's a full timeout. We'll take a break. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valleys. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And for Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Stephen F. Austin, the location, and the Lumberjacks flexing a little muscle here against UTRGV, leading 34-10, and have it 3rd and goal from the Vaquero 10-yard line after the timeout. Rutherford, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, single back in the backfield is Jenkins, who shifts out as well. Looking right side, Rutherford steps up, delivers underneath, and that is caught for a touchdown at the ankles. What a catch there.
Yeah, number 21 really had to make a big play on that. We've been seeing him make plays all night long. Clayton Whalen, I believe he still leads the game in receptions. Big one right there as he catches it down at his ankles. It was underthrown. There was time that Rutherford had, and then all of a sudden the pocket started to collapse right as he throws the ball. So it's a little underthrown, but still makes the play, does Whalen.
He had to worry about contact with the official as well. but that ball was more of a jump pass than anything. Rutherford, the trajectory was going downhill all the way, and he just reached down at the ankles to make that catch.
It was very much like a jump pass as he thought he could run forward, decided to throw it at the last second.
Extra point is across the track and good. Stephen F. Austin has hung a 40 spot here on UTRGV. It's 41-10. Kickoff coming up. This is UTRGV football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering.
Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Fortifit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Fortifit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Gavin Rutherford, the redshirt freshman quarterback, takes Stephen F. Austin on a 16-play, 75-yard drive. Took 7 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock and picked up right where the starting quarterback, Sam Vidlach, went. And it's a 41-10 ball game.
He was able to convert a fourth down to a couple of long third downs. He did a great job right there showing why he's on this team.
Kickoff sails down into, well, it went out of bounds before it went in the end zone. And so the Vaqueros will benefit there on field position to start this drive. Eddie Lee Marburger now 16 of 24 for 115 yards in the passing game with a touchdown, 2 interceptions, but most of those yards have come here in the second half where the Vaqueros at least have come to life on the offensive end.
Yeah, the Vaqueros have really been able to move the ball here in the second half. They got a touchdown. They got the 2 possessions they've had. They put some points on the board. But when SFA has had the ball, they've put 2 touchdowns on the board. So they've actually extended the lead a little bit and taken much valuable time off of the clock.
Aiden Jacobson now in at quarterback for the Vaqueros to start this drive. 7:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jacobson shifts DeMint out of the backfield, drops back to throw. They have good protection, gets it downfield, tipped, nearly intercepted, incomplete pass. He wanted to go to Nolan.
He actually had Nolan. Had he thrown it a little bit farther and outside, he could have caught Nolan in stride, and maybe Nolan would have had a chance to break away for a big play, but a little underthrown on that one.
Jacobson, first appearance of this game. Well, he made an appearance for 1 snap early in the first half. Empty backfield here on a 2nd and 10. 7:09 to go in the fourth. Jacobson to throw, and it's tipped and incomplete. Receiver just dropped the ball.
And he tries to hit number 10, and number 10 Cameron Glenn is not able to bring the ball in. A little bit thrown behind, but still very catchable ball. Almost resulted in interception off of the missed completion.
Now 3rd and 10 for the Vaqueros. Drive started at their 35. It's still there. Jacobson sees a lot of pressure coming on this play. They back off. He has time. Now the pressure is there. He runs away from a man, somehow stays on his feet. Jacobson tries to turn upfield, gets drilled at the 41-yard line. Huge hit delivered. How he gained yards, I'm not sure. And if he gets up, I'm not sure how he does that either.
The speed gave him just like I think the player got the fingers on him, but his speed was able to escape. He rolled off of being sacked and then went running back about 10 yards around. He must have run about 55 yards. It looked like he was gassed at the end when he crossed for about a 3-yard gain.
If you want to know how tough he is, he took the hardest hit of the ball game for anybody right there at the end of that. Punting time for the Vaqueros, and it's going to be rolling dead inside the 15, marked down at the 12 for Stephen F. Austin.
Can't tell if they're going to break. It looks like we're going to go right into the rest of this possession here. But we saw the backup quarterback came in, was able to get the ball rolling. I think now we'll see a little bit more conservative, a little more run plays here to close out the game. We'll see what this SFA offense, which has not had to punt here tonight, what they do.
6 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Stephen F. Austin with 435 yards of total offense tonight. Rutherford, 6 of 9 for 62 yards back in the game to direct this drive. First down play, he'll hand it off. It's Jenkins who's hitting the backfield, not going anywhere.
And that time there was absolutely no space there as the whole right side of the defense pushed the offensive line backwards. Number 7 of the Vaqueros defense ends up making the tackle. That's D.C. Thompson. And he was just kind of following the zone blocking to that side and ends up catching the running back as he tried cutting back.
On the positive, it's 2nd and 13. What you worry about is you're forcing him to pass the ball. And in the passing game, they've been lights out. 31 of 41 combined, 265 yards of offense. Handoff again. Running play left side. Short yardage gained. And 3rd down coming up.
And now that the Vaqueros pretty much know that the offense is trying to run the ball, they're able to aggressively attack the run game, but timeout called by the Vaqueros.
Vaqueros want to get the ball back. They still want to do some positive things to close this out. We'll be right back. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaqueros Sports Network.
Shop now during Bird Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at birdogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bird Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And for Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
Back here, Stephen F. Austin, he jumped the gun on returning back to play there during that break, and we got to see something rare. I mean, unheard of in this game. Stephen F. Austin punted.
We got to have a punt after a quick incomplete pass. Then we muffed the ball, so they almost got a chance of getting it back on that one. But the Vaqueros will have it right here at the 49-yard line, and Jacobson and the rest of this Vaqueros offense will give it one more shot to put some more points on the board.
That's Travis Bush calling that timeout to send a message to his team. We're here to compete. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to try to score. Midfield stripe to start a drive for the Vaqueros. Jacobson looks to throw. Steps up, going to run. Takes it and slides down at the 45-yard line. And a penalty flag comes in. I think they're going to get a late hit on that.
I think he slid a little bit late to get the late hit on that. I don't think he even was on the ground by the time they hit him. But I believe they're going to get a holding call, and the late hit will probably be offsetting, I think.
Officials talking it over. Stephen F. Austin on the defense, they're pointing as if it's going to be against the Vaqueros all the way. You could see one official trying to give some motion as if, hey, I think the quarterback was trying to get into a sliding position. Good call, Jonathan. Offsetting. Explain that, what happened.
Right there, because there's an offensive penalty and a defensive penalty, they'll basically bring it back. I think they go back 10 yards and it stays first down is what it looks like. They move back and they move forward. I guess it's a 5-yard positive and then goes back to first down after that play because the late hit is a 15-yard penalty. Holding's only 5, so they offset making it first down again, but they just move the whole offense 5 yards forward.
And the official actually did get some steps in by taking a 10-yard walk one way and a 15-yard walk the other.
I would think they would just do the math.
Yeah, just let's go 5 yards and go. 4:52 to go.
But Jacobson is showing to be pretty brave as he, after taking that big hit, he ran the ball again right into 2 linebackers waiting to hit him there.
Sometimes coaches don't like to see quarterbacks get run happy, but in this case, you do want to see at least that you got a tough kid out there.
Yeah, and on that play, both the defensive tackle and the ends kind of all ballooned out for an outside pass rush, leaving the middle of the field wide open. Again, there were 2 linebackers just sitting there waiting for him, but he would have gained 5 yards and then taken that hit at the end.
They extended that into a long timeout. I don't think they're reviewing this. Just talking things over. 41-10 is your score. UTRGV on the short side of that scoreboard. In a game that reality was decided in the first couple of drives here tonight, Jonathan.
Absolutely. They took a big opening lead as they scored on all of their possessions in the first half. It was 17-0 before you blinked, and the Vaqueros had -4 yards or something like that. And then it wasn't until the second half when the Vaquero offense started moving the ball, but the defense has not been able to figure out until that very last drive how to stop Stephen F. Austin's offense.
Vaqueros come out 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Stephen F. Austin. Jacobson on a long count. Hands it off. It's Denny running right side. He turns upfield at the 40, down inside the 40 to about the 38.
I think he may be close to a first down over there. Might be a yard short as number 35 of the defense is able to catch him. Great effort right there by number 35, Aaron Martinez, of the linebacker for Stephen F. Austin. But he had that edge right there. Good blocking. They kind of made a big hole for him, kind of tossed right.
Nathan Denny now 10 carries tonight for 12 total yards, and a penalty flag comes in before the next snap.
I'm sorry, it was not a toss right. It was a read action to the right side, and then we get a penalty here.
False start against UTRGV. 4:16 remaining.
So it goes from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7 here now.
Jacobson with two backs in the backfield on this second down play. Hands it off. They'll run it left side and gain some positive yards. Near first down yardage. That's Nathan Denny on the carry again.
He gets them to about where it was before the penalty. One of the Stephen F. Austin players does stay down. But here in the second half, again, the offense has just been able to move the ball a little bit better. They've shown some life there as Denny gets another positive run there, but just not enough from the defensive side.
We'll keep it right here. Our next break will be at the 2-minute warning on the station side. So you look at the offense tonight for the Vaqueros, 183 yards of total offense, 115 through the air, 68 on the ground. And that's a lot of yardage when you look at what they did in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. The first half was basically nothing as they had a 32-yard pass to Diaz and then about a 6-yard pass to Hunter. But then they had so many negative plays, the net of the first half was almost nothing.
40 yards in that first half for the Vaqueros. Meanwhile, Stephen F. Austin, if anyone wondered if they were the best team in the conference, they made believers out of everyone that got to see this game or listening to this game back home. They're real.
Yeah, so I think they wanted to make a statement tonight, and they for sure did that as they hold this powerful Vaqueros offense from really doing anything in the first half and then really only giving up 10 points, it looks like, here in the second, unless the Vaqueros are able to get some points here. They do get that first down right now as they run the ball right down the middle, but the Vaqueros offense now they have a second-string quarterback, a lot of other backup skill players out there to finish this game, getting some playing time, but this isn't the kind of playing time that you were hoping for. We've seen other games where the Vaqueros take a huge lead and the backups are able to get some playing time because of the huge lead. Here's the opposite.
Schlenbaker able to carry that ball for a first down. Now Jacobson wants to throw. He's going to run instead, and he's got a lot of room inside the 15, down to the 10, down to the 7-yard line, and Aiden Jacobson doing it all with his legs.
Yeah, they were running a man-to-man with the safeties over the top. All the receivers cut one way. Jacobson had an open lane, and then he runs to the left side where the receiver on the left had crossed over, so there was no one on the left side besides the safety. The safety doesn't meet him until he gets to the 6-yard line.
First and goal for the Vaqueros. Aiden Jacobson is ready. Going to run again. Left side. Jacobson's going to take it to the 1, dives to the pylon, and he's in. Touchdown, Vaqueros.
Yeah, that was a designed run play, draw action as he catches it. As he gets the snap, instantly they're blocking. They make a hole for him on the left side, and he gets the touchdown on that dive. So great effort, great toughness by Jacobson. They used his mobility there on that drive to really make everything go.
Jacobson, the 6-foot redshirt freshman, showing some toughness here in the second half on the road at Stephen F. Austin and putting points on the board for the Vaqueros with a touchdown run. Extra point coming up. And don't tell me they're going to review this. Nope, they let it stand. Extra point coming up. Ball down, kick up, and it is good. 41-17. We'll keep it here again. We're going to take our final break of the rundown at that 2-minute break. But, Jonathan, again, you talk about run-happy quarterbacks. It's not necessarily the case with what you're seeing in Jacobson. He's taking what's given to him.
Yeah, they were running man-to-man, and when you run man-to-man defense, and they were rushing hard on the outside, so essentially he was just stepping up and then just sees open field in front of him. He's taking what the defense had allowed there, but he did show that he has some speed, not just when he was completely escaping and running 50 yards to get 3 yards, but that time he caught a big break, ran left, and then they gave him the design run in the goal line that gets the touchdown.
He now has 4 carries for 43 yards to lead the team in rushing tonight.
One of those carries, I think, was about 30 yards, almost.
Vaqueros line up for an onside kick here after scoring the touchdown. And the ball takes a bounce, and it's up for grabs, and it's recovered by Stephen F. Austin, but that was gift wrap for the Vaqueros to recover. They just missed it.
I thought there was a chance that they were going to kick it to the back because there was actually no safety person in the back. So I thought that maybe they could have run a different trick play and just kicked it to the 20 or the 10-yard line and seen if one of our Vaqueros could race down and get there before any of the Stephen F. Austin players. But there was a couple of chances there on that return, but no, the Vaqueros were not able to get there. So 2 minutes, 18 seconds left. SFA comes out with probably the last offensive possession of this game.
I thought Ismael Smith-Flores had a chance to leap up and just catch that ball off the hop. It took a perfect bounce.
By the time he was there, I don't think he had crossed the 10 yards yet, so I don't think he was able to grab it, but he stayed on the floor. He was devastated that he didn't get it.
New quarterback in the game hands the ball off. Staying in the game is Jenkins, and that should take us to the 2-minute warning as he takes it down to the Vaquero 38, and that is the 2-minute warning. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotzsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, Jonathan, Coach Travis Bush sending a message to his players. We're here to play football. We're going to compete all the way to the end. He called a timeout with 2 minutes, 1 second to go, which did not send us to the 2-minute warning. They ran a play, and now we're at the 2-minute warning. But that's just a coach saying we're going to compete.
Absolutely. So much of what goes on this season isn't just about this season. It's about sending a message to the team. It's about creating a culture. And Coach Bush has decided that in every single one of these games, no matter what the score is, they're going to fight all the way until the end. We saw that happen in previous games, and now we're seeing it here again tonight. These Vaqueros are going to have the fighting spirit. They're going to have the will to continue all the way to the end. And it doesn't matter if it's the first string or the second string. Everyone will play all the way until the end.
New quarterback in the game for Stephen F. Austin is J.T. Kitna, a 6'3", 221-pound freshman out of Middleton, Ohio. Went to Bowling Green. He's the third quarterback in the game. They've got some quarterbacks on this squad. You saw them in warm-ups, and they got some solid guys coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Vidlac have a huge game tonight, spread it around to just about every single player on the team. I was hoping he was going to get one of the offensive linemen that came in those playing tight end in there, because he just seemed like he was getting everyone the ball.
First down play for the Lumberjacks. Vaqueros have one timeout remaining. And a running play to the right side. Vaqueros are there to shut that down, and no gain on the play. Loss of a yard or two.
Yeah, that one, the defense, they know that it's going to be a run play there. They're going to try to waste the clock down, and they're able to play that run game hard. The whole gang of Vaqueros were there to make the tackle. But going back to what this game has looked like, Joe, Stephen F. Austin really came out. They showed why they have been so dominant in the conference. They showed why they're having a dominant year and why they have that ranking next to their name.
Well, they got a solid pass rush, and they got a secondary that's lights out quick. They'll run the ball here on a second down play, gain a couple inside the 30, and then the offense, when you got a quarterback that connects to 7, 8 different receivers in the first half, that's showing some depth.
Absolutely. They were able to, their skill positions, they got open. The quarterbacks got them the ball. They were able to make plays after the catch. They just really had an overall fantastic game to Stephen F. Austin here tonight.
Third down, we're under a minute to go. And 3rd and 7 for Stephen F. Austin. They'll run it again, and the Vaqueros are there to shut it down. And that should be the last play from scrimmage, unless Travis Bush wants to use his final timeout.
And that was Piercy Jackson III getting in the backfield and making that tackle. Both teams start walking onto the field. I think that is the ball game.
That's going to do it. Stephen F. Austin wins this one by the score of 41-17. We'll take a break. It's going to be a short post game, my friends. I've plowed through this one the best I can and trying to stay in the booth here, period. Final score 41-17. Timeout. We'll be right back with stats and more. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Fortifit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Fortifit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice, go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at bertogden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is the Vaqueros Sports Network, and this is the UTRGV Football Postgame Show.
Back here on the postgame show, and Jonathan, Stephen F. Austin wins at 41-17. We'll run down some quick stats. Sam Vidlac was masterful at quarterback for Stephen F. Austin, 25 of 32 for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. When he did run the ball, the tailback Wembley, 11 carries, 87 yards. Jarrell Wembley didn't have to work much in this ball game. He was gone after a couple of drives in reality. But those two alone carried this football team in the first half. Eddie Lee Marburger for UTRGV goes 16 of 24 for 115 yards, has a touchdown, a couple of interceptions. Aiden Jacobson leads the team in rushing for the Vaqueros, 4 runs, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Vaqueros moved the ball in the second half. Stephen F. Austin controlled this thing from start to finish.
Absolutely. They controlled every single part of the game. Essentially, we didn't get to shout out the offensive line throughout the game, but they essentially gave up nothing as they were moving the pile. So Keller, Henry, Gray, Crowder, and Nwawu, they just did a fantastic job against this. The receivers did well. The line did well. The quarterbacks did well. Offensively, Stephen F. Austin just completely rolled over our Vaqueros defense tonight. And then it wasn't until the second half that the Vaqueros offense started to move as Marburger and Jacobson were able to get some touchdowns in, but almost just a little too late.
Vaqueros dropped to 2-3 in conference play. And the Stephen F. Austin team moves up to 5-0. They match Southeastern Louisiana, who won tonight. We'll run down the Southland Conference in the standings and what it means on the standings for the Vaqueros and their opponent for next week. We'll take a break. I said it was going to be a short postgame, and it's going to be. We'll be right back. This is UTRGV Football on the Vaquero Sports Network.
Some people say you can't spell destination without destiny. Truth is, a destination doesn't need a why, it needs a when. And that when is now. McAllen flies nonstop to destinations you're destined to love. Dallas, Houston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Los Angeles, Austin, Mexico City, or the beaches of Cancun. With one-way flights starting at $100. Enjoy ticketless tap-and-fly parking, a full bar, and VIP lounge. Your summer destiny is a destination from McAllen International Airport. Fly above, beyond at flymfe.com.
Vaqueros fans, the wait is over. UTRGV football is here. A brand new season kicks off and the Valley's team is ready to make history on the field. At Forty Fit Kitchen, we know what it takes to fuel champions. Discipline, energy, and heart. That's why we're proud to stand with UTRGV Athletics as they charge into this inaugural football season. So grab your orange, gray, and white, bring the family, and let's pack the stands. Because this season, it's more than football. It's Vaqueros. It's Valley. It's victory. Forty Fit Kitchen. Fueling the Vaqueros, fueling you.
When the odds are against you, a force for justice will be there. When you need someone to defend you, when you need a champion, we will be that force. So if the unfortunate ever happens and you or someone you love is in an accident, call me. 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Jay Gonzalez. The Jay Gonzalez Law Firm. A force for justice.
Hey guys, the game's starting soon.
Nice. Go Vaqueros. Ooh, but I still need to go get some food. What do you guys want?
Definitely Schlotsky's Pizza and sandwiches.
Oh, and some Dairy Queen ice cream.
Sweet!
And don't forget the Cinnabon.
Whether you're celebrating at home or cheering at the stadium, F&P Brands has the best food for the best fans. Your game day just got better. F&P Brands, a proud sponsor of UTRGV Athletics.
Shop now during Bert Ogden's huge Labor Day sale and choose from over 6,000 new and certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs available now. That's the most in the entire valley. And we're having a fire sale on all remaining 2024 models, all drastically reduced to move. Happening right now at all of our 25 dealerships across the valley. Or shop online at BertOgden.com for even more Labor Day savings. We shop the competition so you don't have to at the official sponsors of UTRGV football. Think savings, think Bert Ogden, but hurry, sale ends Labor Day Monday. Dale gas.
Vaqueros football season is back, and the Rio Grande Valley is game night ready. The lights are bright, the fans are loud, and Bud Light is here to make every moment even better. From tailgates before kickoff to the final whistle, Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UTRGV Athletics. Because when the Vaqueros fight for every yard and every touchdown, Bud Light makes every win a win-win. So keep cheering, keep celebrating, and raise a Bud Light with Vaqueros everywhere. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Back here as we wrap things up at Stephen F. Austin, the Vaqueros taking on the chin 41-17 to a nationally ranked team. And you look at the Southland and the standings, things changed just a bit, but not at the top. Southeastern Louisiana took care of business. They're 5-0 now. Stephen F. Austin sits at 5-0. Lamar took a first loss in conference play today as they lost to Incarnate Word. They dropped to 4-1. The only other team above the 500 mark in conference play now is Nichols, which goes to 3-2, and UTRGV drops to 2-3. Vaqueros try to get well against that Nichols team next week at home at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, essentially next week decides on who's going to be the top of that middle tier of the pack within the conference as Southeastern and SFA move their way all the way to the very top. Lamar drops down to the bottom of the top. And so the Vaqueros will have to show next week whether they can be the top of the middle.
And that's where and it'll be against a Nichols team that, again, is 3-2. Nichols went 0-6 going in, or 0-3 in their non-conference games. And they've won 3 games in conference play. And so they're not going to be an easy out for the Vaqueros. It'll be a good test in that what you would call the middle-of-the-road kind of contest. Incarnate Word gets their first win. That's a look at our Southland Conference. Any final thoughts on this one as the Vaqueros drop this one 41-17?
Well, we knew that it would eventually happen. We're hoping that maybe not this year, but eventually there would be a game where the Vaqueros were not able to overcome. They've played some really good teams, strong throughout the year. This is the first time where they really feel outmatched here tonight. Stephen F. Austin just really came in. They did everything on offense. And on defense, they completely shut out the Vaqueros in the first half. Just a great, great showing for Stephen F. Austin. And the Vaqueros, a lot to learn, a lot to improve on. There's going to be some stuff on tape where they're going to say, these are some weaknesses. We need to get better at these positions. We might need to go recruit. We might need to go into the transfer portal. So this showed a little bit of this is what it takes to get to the very, very top of the conference.
That does it for the broadcast. Jonathan carried me through this one, my friends. I went through sinuses from start to finish, and it's still going on. So I'm going to sign off. That'll do it for us from Homer Bryce Stadium. We'd like to thank everyone out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of UTRGV Athletics. For all the latest of Vaqueros, visit goutrgv.com. But for now, for our engineer back in the studio, Spotter Dahlia Bowling, my partner Jonathan Medina, this is Joe Bowling signing off from Homer Bryce Stadium. UTRGV football team falls to number 23, Stephen F. Austin, 41-17. Have a good night along the Vaqueros Sports Network.